Alright, we're here today in iBomber Defense Pacific doing mission 18 Tinian. Um, our upgrades here is pretty much everything level 3, times 2 power and flaming, machine gun, interest for comms, faster rocket for rocket turrets. And our perks are going to be Iron Back 2, Green Back 2, or actually Eagle Eye 2, sorry, and Phantom Strike. Alright, so let's get started up. Alright, so our secondary objective, as you can see, we're going to need to build 6 comms turrets. We'll get to that later, but just want to point that out. And we'll start off with these 2 machine gun turrets. I'm going to use the one that we upgraded to level 3 here to start working on this crate on the high ground, because we're going to focus a lot of our defense on these little plateaus here. And just wait for units to stop passing by the turrets and take it off the target. And as soon as those guys are clear, just move to the target again. We're adding a flamer to each of the hills here. Take our machine gun off target again. Now we got both of the machine guns at level 3. And as you can see, that top flamer can sort of hit both paths, but we might eventually need a flamer for the path coming from the left of the map there. We're going to keep, we're going to place our first cannon here. We're almost done shooting up this crate. I'm going to go ahead and place the comms tower down. When we finish destroying that. And that'll give us a little extra range too, and start working on this next crate. Maybe you can destroy it before the enemy units even get close. Putting a level 3 machine gun turret next to that top crate. And so it's going to be doing extra damage because it's within range of the flamer, so. And we're also going to use it to shield a bomb turret that we're going to put down in a little bit here. Shoot the cannon whenever it's not busy. Or, great, sorry. Now we can place the cannon down on the top plateau. As you can see, we're going to need bombs real soon because well, these guys are shooting up our turrets, but we can't place one until we have a spot that's safe from enemy fire, and there aren't really any spots that are just that, you know, without having to put a shield down first like we did with the machine gun. As you can see, the bomb turret's more or less safe. Either the flame turret to its left or the machine gun to its right is going to take all the heat for it. Getting our top cannon there to level 2. Almost got our first bomb ready. We're dropping it on that crate there. So I want to try to open that up. That flamer is doing okay with damage. Flame turrets are actually the most heavily armored turrets in the game, it seems. Or the best for soaking up damage and having relatively cheap repair bills. Alright, now we can start bombing these guys. Place the second cannon down on our top piece of ground. We're upgrading our bomb turret. We got a sneak attack coming from the top there. Let's go ahead and finish off these tanks. So now that flamer is safe. And our turrets that are on the high ground up north can take care of that sneak attacking missile launcher. Without having to use any bombs. And that one crate that's out of reach, we can start bombing now. Alright. More than halfway through here. Now I've got one of our cannons at level 3. And notice that although upgrading your comms doesn't add to the comm tower. By the way, that's our hidden target, that little small hut to the bottom I just bombed. I had already found it in a previous failed video recording. But yeah, I was mentioning upgrading the comms turret doesn't add to our secondary objective. So you might think it's not worth it, but we still need the interest and the upgrades to our towers. And as you can see, we'll have a sort of last-minute plan that allows us to build all the comms towers we need. And I'll explain that when we get to it. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that was part of my plan. Alright, so we're upgrading our flamers here. Looks like they're all at level 2 now. We've got a new group of sneak attack tanks that require dealing with. We have the bombs to do so. And that faster aiming you can kind of see comes into use when it has to deal with managing units simultaneously coming from all 3 paths, whereas we only have 2 flyer outposts that kind of have to spread their damage between the 3, so being able to switch targets efficiently makes a massive difference here. Not to mention our Phantom Strike is allowing us to have a lot of overlapping fields of fire. And work with limited space. Alright, so we're doing some more upgrades as we get the money. And we just more or less want to build upon what we already have going here. So we're nearing the final stretch. We're starting to meet the slow, heavily armored units. These guys are just dying right outside the base. But still a decent amount of room. We're dealing with these faster tanks now. And there really isn't that great of a place for a rocket launcher in this level. Otherwise I might consider using it more, but we'll either be highly exposed or unboosted and not being able to lay down a good line of fire. Although perhaps at the top little piece of island there, aiming to the right. But like I said before, we need to be able to make most use of the turrets that we do have. And at this point we can start using the bombs to help weaken up the waves that seem like they might be trying to make it almost into the base there. And kind of slowed it down just to be sure, but we seem to be getting them just fine outside the base. So everything's straight. And all of our cannons now are level 3, as you can see, by the way. Luckily there's no air in this mission for us to worry about too, which is another big help. It's kind of looking at places for a rocket launcher, but These guys are dying pretty fast now. It looks like I'm going to go ahead and put up some rocket launchers for the last couple waves. Dig them in when we get the money here. Might not have the best angle of fire, but especially this bottom one, as you can see where they're bunching up. Looks like we have to rewind. I'll let that machine gun go too far. Alright, there goes their second rocket turret now. So you just kind of had to switch up the order a tiny bit to make sure we didn't lose that turret. That's helping get rid of these guys a lot faster. Alright. So we got the rocket launchers that more or less covering the three angles I was mentioning before. I'll go ahead and upgrade some of them. Basically, rockets that are dug in are kind of the end-all when it comes to the most heavily armored units. They seem to do even more than tanks do. Or, cannons, sorry. Especially when you've got long lines of heavily armored units. You can even reposition them. Make sure that they're not going to waste when they're not having something to fire at. As you can see, we're pretty much at the end of the last wave, so we're going to use our extra money to just build a whole bunch of comms turrets out of harm's way, and that gives us all the comms that we needed right at the end there. And if you needed any extra money, you can sell some of the turrets from the past that have been cleared out, or just wait till the last enemy is dead, then pause right at the instant like we've done in previous missions for certain secondary objectives. Alright, so go ahead and specialize in slow enemy units for the flamer, which makes them go even slower than before. And that's it.